I still don't want this.
I'm starting to enjoy the Schadenfreude aspect of this.
Well, you won't enjoy it for too much longer in this particular video. We'll be getting out of the Spirit Stones, or Silent Stones.
Silent Stones.
Soon enough. We just have to, navigate, like, once or twice more. That's still too much, but...
That is too... Rockbreaker?
Rockbreaker.
Does it do what it says on the tin?
Why don't we watch and see? Oh, it can even shatter stone. I better move this up to my important weapons selection. And we just equip this. And it's the same boring, really short-range axe, but, I don't know, maybe, no.
Because of course.
The theme of frustration in this video will be jumping very quickly and repeated. All this jumping, that's me mashing the A button furiously because I'm so mad that this thing does not do what it says it does.
Oh, I'm sure there's some rocks that it breaks, but...
Oh, like the ones in Marlin's basement. That a regular axe broke through. So I got paralyzed. I don't want to be paralyzed. There we go. Problem solved.
Right, I had forgotten there were status effects.
Yeah. One's a non-issue because it goes away so fast, but I still didn't want to deal with it. And then poison is actually more crippling than I originally thought it was.
Oh?
It cuts your defense and your attack in half.
Oh, no wonder it was taking you so long to kill things.
Yeah, so I don't want poison to happen. Poison is bad. And, let's see, how's Domel doing? Power 5.
That's not bad.
A Powie of 5.
Power.
Power. And
Wait,
these...
can you shatter that stone?
I don't need the rock breaker to shatter that. And in this room we see something... Did we see that last video?
No, we did not.
Yeah, now there are rooms that are so volatile that the floor just starts...
The floor is hot lava.
The floor is lava.
Man, I'd rather be playing that than this.
I don't know. I actually don't think this is too bad. And after I unlock the door, I think I try to show off something kind of silly. If you pause while the floor is starting to erupt, the animation will continue.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were doing.
And because of the other one that erupted directly underneath it right away, I actually still don't know if it still erupts or not. Oh, Domel, get off my face. Good.
He's just telling you how much he likes you.
Don't hug my face. He's being aggressively friendly. It was at this point I realized, oh, I forgot something very important. And you know what, while I'm wandering around town, I can get some free health back, so why not? But,
That's
yeah,
surprisingly good thinking on your part. Yes, surprisingly.
Ass. So this thing I forgot. It's actually kinda handy. I see, there's a bonus video that we've recorded and commentated over, but haven't actually seen yet. So I made sure to talk to this lady because she's actually entertaining.
Who's a good-looking guy? Who's a good-looking guy? It's
What
you! You're the
what-
good-looking guy!
I just like how confused she seems. What a good-looking guy? Well, anyway, there's supposed to be an old man in that room, and he doesn't want you taking his treasure,
But you took it anyway.
because he's down here. You know, he's enjoying the benefits of his illegal underground fighting tournament.
Totally sanctioned by the Toronto government. I mean, honestly, Rob Ford would totally be behind that sort of thing. Yeah, you
it's-
see what I did there.
It's always old guys behind the fighting tournaments, too, isn't it? I mean, granted, I can only think of one other example right now, but, you know, aside from Shang Tsung, aren't there other old guys?
Oh yeah, of course. Well, I mean, honestly, it's old white guys who rule the world, so... Why
So,
wouldn't they be in charge of that? Exploiting other people for money at their own expense.
So while we're back in Toronto, I figure, oh, I should probably sell some garbage and open up some space in my inventory.
Yeah, maybe you should grab some antidote herbs while you're at it.
Nah, I think I'll be fine. And, wait, there it is. There's the other thing I had to sell. I forgot what other things I had to sell. And I decided to sell to this guy because he's special. I'll never forget you.
I forgot about that. Obviously, he may not forget me, but I've forgotten him.
For shame. This man has burned you into his memory. The least you could do is reciprocate.
I will break out into the song that ends John Hughes movies. I'll still
May-
forget about you.
Maybe it's best that you don't. Just saying.
You'll note that I didn't, actually. I just threatened to.
Yeah, I'll give you credit there. And, oh, right.
Oh
We
right,
need
it's dark. Just an extra fuck you.
Yep. The game's real good at that.
I like
I
that
wa-
theory in the thread that the developers have some contempt for the player.
It's a pretty good one. So, last video, I believe I lamented the fact that this wasn't a simple maze. I want you to remember that for the next videos. But I will say no more on the matter.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, it's pretty jaunty when it's sped up. I like it.
Oh man, this is what happens when I don't watch the videos I edit.
It's great because you get to remain unspoiled, and
I mostly am just taking a stab at the good editing points, but I think I did a fairly decent job.
no, it's real good. Capital R, capital G, real good. I like it. That'll do, Casnorf. That'll do. Now let's see. I didn't ask you to speed this up because I think this is the second try, and oh, look at that. We got to the door. The practice run, I think I had to reset it 7 times.
And it's not big enough to reset on its own, to just go off screen.
Nope, you have to go into the menu. And, I mean, I guess you could walk out the door and walk back in, but using the menu return option is really nice.
Yeah,
And-
they the one thing that they've acknowledged that they don't hate you. They merely dislike you.
And you may notice that I put Pazoon away.
Oh,
We're-
yeah, I was paying attention.
We're done with that garbage. No more Silent Stones.
Hooray!
However, I will ask you to remember... Oh, by the way, come down here, get some cheese.
Cheese is good. I'm a big fan of cheese.
It's that item that heals 6 health points. Well, I mean, we didn't have to really work to get it, though, so I guess that's okay. So, well, we got some platforming. And I want you to remember that video from the Abel Ruins, where there was one room in particular that,
With all the slowdown?
you mean all the speed up.
Oh.
There was one room in particular. The platforming was not exactly difficult, and yet we had to sit through... Oh man, I think it was maybe 4 or 5 minutes that you had sped up into about 1.5 minutes, maybe? I'm evoking this imagery for a reason.
Okay.
That son of a bitch.
It's Gaizo!
It's
Oh,
actually
man,
too
why
bad.
aren't they always in sync? Wouldn't good design to have them just always be in sync?
Well, I thought one of the most important tenets of Fuck You Video Game Player 101 was hurry up and wait.
That is one way to really, really irritate your fan. And I
You used the singular
used the
intentionally.
singular intentionally.
So it's actually kind of unfortunate that I needed to have you speed that up. One of those runs, I was putting up my shield in time with the music while I was waiting. But you can't tell with the sped up version. It's too bad. This time I waited. Ooh. Getting a little ballsy. And you know, thinking of hurry up and wait, I can't help but wonder, how has the relationship between tedium and video games evolved throughout the years? I mean, let me start off with some of the basics. We've got early video game stuff like this, where you have to wait for things to be nicely timed in order for you to perform a series of actions comfortably, or at the very least successfully.
Possibly, yeah.
And as time went on, that kind of fell out of vogue, and in came grinding.
In came the grinding. Of
Yes.
course, grinding's been around for a while.
Yeah,
I will
that
point
is
out
actually-
that the original Final Fantasy was
Yes.
basically one long grind.
Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. Apparently there's a lot of grinding in that.
Is there? I had never noticed that.
Yeah, apparently you level up.
Well, you do, but I always thought it was kind of irrelevant.
Well, in any case, grinding has been around for quite a while. And then we've got the forced moments of hurry up and wait, as demonstrated here on screen right now.
Come to think of it, Pitfall. I mean, if you go back right almost to the very beginning, Pitfall's got some interesting puzzles like this. Not to mention a really long run between individual obstacles. I mean, have you played Pitfall, the original?
The Atari version, right?
Yeah, I played the Intellivision version, but
Oh yeah, Intellivision.
I had an Intellivision. I didn't have an Atari.
I actually have an Intellivision too, I just don't know where it is.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It's got a lot of really fun games on it.
Yeah, but I never had that game what we were just talking about.
Pitfall.
Pitfall, yes.
Pitfall.
No, I played the original Pitfall thanks to Super Pitfall on the SNES.
Was it in there?
Yeah.
Because Super Pitfall was a really not a very good game at all.
Nope. And I'm... You know what, no, I'm not going to put the thought in your mind, never mind. So, Super Pitfall...
You're gonna do it, aren't you? That's your plan?
No.
That's your plan, isn't it?
No.
You're gonna do it.
No.
You should do it.
No.
You should do it. It'll be
No.
great.
I never even beat the game, no.
Well, there's no time like the present. Or
No,
the past.
so Super Pitfall
Or the future.
actually had a one of the levels that had the temple aesthetic. There was a secret door you could get to that led you to the original Pitfall, and that's how I played it.
I will tell you this. As a kid, I did not know that Pitfall had more than one screen.
Oh man, I actually did figure that out, but I never quite got. I don't know. I don't know if there was a purpose to the underground segments. I never.
It was as far as I know, it was an alternate path.
Oh, okay.
Slightly harder, kind of a punishment for missing a jump on the upper half of the screen.
I thought the falling on the upper half was just straight up death.
At the very least. If you fell in the water, but not if you fell into a pit.
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, we are nearing the end of this.
Well, that's reassuring.
Oh,
All right, you can do that.
He did it again. He chumped me over the lava.
It's awesome that he can do that.
Oh, man, I cannot.
It's just amazing that he can. Because of course an enemy's projectile would interrupt your momentum.
Yeah. And upon rewatching this, I realize I may... Oh, yeah, it actually does erupt even after you...
Oh yeah, yeah, there it is.
Anyway, I realized that I forgot to try shooting the ice spell over an exposed pit that exploded like that. It still works. It does the same thing.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah. I just forgot to show it off.
Well, maybe in your fourth bonus video, or
No.
third, or whichever one.
No. There is actually one thing I was sort of considering doing, but I'll talk about it when it becomes relevant again. This is actually something we could have done from the beginning of the game, but I'll talk about it when it's relevant again.
Oh, alright, I'll let it go.
Yeah. So, save point number 4. That's a telltale sign that we're very close to the end.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so you can warp right to the boss.
Mm-hmm. Help the world. I like that. I like that idea. Let's help the world. All we have is what appears to be a boss arena, and then a dong-shaped room.
I don't know what kind of dongs you've been looking at, but
Hey, man. There are dongs of all shapes and sizes in this world. Just don't question it.
don't dong shame.
Don't dong shame. Alright, here we go. In what?
Okay.
Is there anything? No.
Wait, it's Ultima 9.
No, there's nothing on either side. Oh, maybe the boss is inside the dome.
Light the world, huh?
Yeah, I guess. You know, to counteract the dark. I don't know, this seems a little small for a boss room. It's the dragon!
Oh, they're actually pretty well animated.
Surprisingly well animated.
Well, I guess they figured if
Well,
if you're gonna have your showpiece, you may as well do it right.
they do a really good job on their one-time use sprites. I'll give them that.
Why couldn't they have done this good a job on their
Every
general
other sprite.
Right.
I don't know.
Destroy to Earth completely.
Yeah, it seems the big bad man, the Demon King,
Lord Bad Dude. Lord Bad Wrong.
still
Badong.
don't remember his name. Pretty sure it's Bell South. But...
Bell Tower.
So
Lord Bad Tower.
So wait, our power's been brought up by 5, and our guard's been brought up by 10. That's a pretty significant boost.
Yeah, I guess they figured you were gonna have the You'll go quickly. Yes, presumably you will.
Yeah. So let's just and oh my. That's to think we only had 4 defense before, provided we weren't wearing any armor. So I could warp straight to Toronto, but let's go to Droog 1 and let's have a nice triumphant march back to town. I mean,
one-shotting everything on the way.
I did talk to the dragon, you know, seems pretty important. And ow, only 3 health instead of 4.
And you're not even one-shotting everything.
No, 2-shotting the Drake things though.
Oh, not bad.
So, have there been any other instances of oh look, a flower sprite. I believe that's the only one
In the entire game.
if not the entire game, then definitely the in this like color palette. There might have been some in that first field on the way to the Tower of Light that we just don't remember.
Well, you know, who remembers the flowers?
Right. It seems normal in an area with green grass, but we're in like a very dead-looking area, and there was that one flower sprite, and I thought it was kind of interesting.
All those muted colors.
But back to what I was saying before. Can you think of any other Tedium-related gameplay mechanics that might have cropped up over the years?
Well, there's the various timed ones.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, Braid's got the worst one.
Oh,
where you have to wait
Jesus.
for 2 hours to...
Literally 2 hours for that cloud for an optional thing.
And it's another 2 hours back, isn't it?
I don't recall. I think you just jump up. Oh yeah, that's right. You have to wait 2 hours for it to
show up, and then you ride it for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's the worst. Ugh.
As far as secrets go, I mean that's an interesting way of doing it, but wow.
Yeah, that's definitely more of a oh, you're a completionist? Well, fuck you kind of move.
Or oh, you want to play my game at all? Well, that's Kaizo, I guess. The whole theory of Kaizo.
And here we go, back to your world. Open the road to the land above. That means this big mountain, this big volcanic mountain, is just completely underground.
But there was water there.
There was.
How are you not one-shotting everything? You've tripled your power.
I don't know.
Yeah, man, I really hadn't given this any thought.
Yeah.
Mostly because you don't think about bad game mechanics as much as you think about good ones.
Yeah. And good game mechanics, this game actually does have a fast travel system. That's nice.
Yeah, and it's the checkpoints are really generous.
And, the music seems kind of ominous here. What? Huh?
That's interesting.
Why was there a giant roly-poly? What was that all about? I guess we'll find out next time.
I can't wait.
I'm sure you can't.